What's your body count? Now, I just now discovered this channel as a result of y'all sending this to me in my email, and I appreciate y'all for continuing to send it in my email. But this is called What's Your Body Count? What's your body count? So apparently 100 people kept it real and said what their body count is. I'm looking forward to seeing this. I'll continue to read super chats throughout the show. Let's get into it, y'all.
How many sexual partners have you had?
Ooh. So like my body count?
How many sexual partners have you had?
Oh, fuck.
Like in my life or recently?
Decline to answer.
Yeah, we might have to skip that one.
I'm not gonna answer.
How many sexual partners have I had? A lot.
Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna lie to you. Probably couldn't count, but I will say it's less than 15.
Who's more likely to lie, men or women?
Both. I think both are liars.
How many sexual partners have you had? What's your number?
0. 0.
So that would be a none. I've had my dick sucked, but other than that, kisses.
I'm so confused right now. I'm genuinely confused right now. I have no idea. I didn't know what I was getting myself into when I got myself into it, when I decided to show this on After Hours. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. Please excuse me. I just didn't know, ladies and gentlemen. What? What? Hold on, wait. The dude said that he has never, ever had a sexual partner, but he basically got some head. I see that this is going to be more interesting than ever. How do these people even get invited over to this platform in order to have this conversation in the first place? That's what I'm trying to understand. How do these people get invited? I mean, how old does this guy look? Let me rewind this a little bit.
That would be a none. I've had my dick sucked, but.
How old do y'all think that this guy is right here? Just curious. How old did y'all think this guy is? He has 0, but he got some head.
Other than that, kisses, nothing more than that.
I had 3 girlfriends.
You had 3 girlfriends?
Yeah, does that count?
Well, have you ever had sex?
No.
How many people have you slept with?
Hey, I believe, honestly, all right, I'm very scared of this next person that's coming up. I honestly am starting to believe the whole myth that, I guess it's not really a myth, but I'm starting to believe the whole idea that most men are not getting boxed. Most men are not having sex. Like, I think a lot of us, we get on these, I see y'all with all of the 30s and the 40s and all of this. I believe it. If these people are being 100% honest, which I think that most of them are, because you'll be surprised when people get vulnerable and they start getting asked questions and stuff like that, people will surprisingly tell you the truth. And you can even read their body language to determine whether or not they're telling the truth or not. I honestly believe, because when we get on these panels and a lot of times they say, well, most men are busting it down. I'm telling you, everybody. No, it's the Tells that just came up here last that was calling in. They got 7 baby mamas by 4, or 7 babies by 4 different baby mamas. And they are the ones that's getting all of the box. It is a small minority of men that is getting the majority of the box. And they out here populating the country and populating the black community and all of that. But I don't think that most guys is getting boxed. Honestly. Or if they getting it, they paying for it. If they get, that's why OnlyFans is popping, because no man in their right mind, and it's a lot of people that support OnlyFans, no man in their right minds is literally out here paying for a chick to show you feet pics. That's wild to me. That's absolutely wild to me. But let me hear the rest of this.
I have 1.
Just 1, actually.
1.
1.
Just 1.
1. I know there's like a stigma about girls having like high body counts. And like that's really scary. That's probably one of the things that stopped me from like allowing it to climb any higher.
Not long ago, it used to be a negative thing to have a lot of partners, and now when you don't have a lot of partners, people just immediately think, oh wow, she's a prude, or she's probably really judgmental.
Nope.
How many sexual partners have you had?
2.
2.
3.
3 people total. My partner, and then we've had a foursome with 2 friends.
My friend, she
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy in real life. He said his partner, and then he had a foursome with 2 friends. Nigga, what? Okay, first of all, you full of the devil because usually when people say their partner, that means that either you a top or a bottom. Let's just be real. Let's just keep it 100. We on after hours. We gonna have it. We gonna get straight to it. Yo, to be in a circle jerk with 3 other dudes is wild. Of all of the wild things that you can possibly think of, that is one of the wildest things ever. Nigga, you skipped straight from threesome from one some to foursome. I know, I see his shirt. He wore that on purpose too. And he think it's cute and he blushing. And he got on makeup. Jesus Christ, these niggas is crazy, bro. Before we continue, let me make sure I read some of these super chats. Shout out to Timeout says, I take back my last super chat. You need to move to Bali like Russell Simmons and become a monk. Dudes is wild out here. P. Rothstein says, I was in Detroit today working and I stopped at shout out to the people that's in the D. I was in Detroit today working and I stopped at the Gucci store by the new library they building on Woodward. No, that is the Hudson's building. They building the Hudson's building is literally across the street or around the block from the Hudson's building on Woodward. It was dope. Detroit is coming up for real. Shout out to the people that actually recognize and see the real Detroit, not the stuff that they lie about and they try to paint the city out to be on TV, but the real Detroit. The real Detroit is lit. It's coming up. It's dope. It's a great place to be. Shout out to the people that came out to the city. Manny E says foursomes are gross. That's a fact, though. I don't want to be in no space where I got more than one person that's with me at a time. I'm straight.
My partner, and then we've had a foursome with 2 friends.
My friend, she keeps a list, and I was like, I should probably start keeping a list. But then it's just a list of 3 people, so.
I actually have
Hey, not the sass in the neck. Not this. Not this. Hold on.
And I was like,
Then we've had a foursome with 2 friends.
My friend, she keeps a list, and I was like, I should probably start keeping a list. But then it's just.
Not this. Oh, man. I don't know where I'm at. I must be in the Twilight Zone. I don't know what the heck is happening out in these streets. Did you hear about the love triangle between 3 black players on the Arkansas basketball team? It's crazy for real. No, y'all haven't sent it to me in my email. Y'all got to send me that. 3 black players in Arkansas on the basketball team, and it was a love triangle? You mean that they was dunking on each other and they were shooting layups behind each other? Dunking in it. They was in a layup line, hitting people on the butt saying, good job? Hell no. Nah, P. Rothstein. Say it ain't so. Dog, you got to tell me that we safe at least in the locker room. Jesus Christ.
It's a list of 3 people, so.
I actually have a list on my phone.
Oh, I have a list?
I actually keep a list. What are you getting at? Do you have a list?
I do.
That's weird.
Bad?
You gotta check the history in case something happens.
How many people have you slept with?
4.
4, I believe. 4 or 5. 1 I don't think counts because it was like 30 seconds. Not even. Maybe like 2.
They count. You talking about it don't count. They count.
Seconds.
My daughter in here making it rain. Now do your thing, boo. It's cool. We in after hours. We ain't tripping. My daughter in here water whipping, making it work. You got carrots. Is those carrots? What else is in there? Grapes. Carrots, grapes, and what else? It's meal prep. My daughter in here meal prepping. My 15-year-old daughter is in here meal prepping. She is picking out how many pecans she's getting. She has carrots, grapes. What else is in there? Cereal. Bran. What is that? What do they call that? Bran? Yeah. Oatmeal, steel cut oatmeal or something like that. You so healthy. Give me some. Give me some dap. Give me some dap. Yeah, baby girl, I like that. Long hair don't care, making sure that you meal prepping. Ooh, I love my list. All right, let's continue.
How do you feel about your number?
I feel like my number could actually be higher, which I feel like is a weird response.
I kind of wished I had a little more experience.
Do you wish you had a higher number?
I mean, I like sex, so yes.
I don't wish the number was lower, but I do wish I hadn't had sex with certain people.
Do you regret sleeping with any of the people?
Yes. Yeah. It was like a jackhammer. I was being jackhammered into the bed. It was awful.
Some of them have been weird and like awkward. Like I had sex once and the power went out and it was like 100 degrees and we were like sweating into each other's mouths and not in like a sexy way.
You regret sleeping with any of them?
No, it was all an experience. It makes me who I am today. But to be selfish, yes. Y'all didn't deserve me.
Have you regretted any?
I do wish that I was a virgin.
I got saved, and then I got with my husband. So I've only had one sexual partner in this new life.
Shout out. Oh, no. Hold on. I was just about to give her a shout out. She talking about in her new life. See, that is girl math. Let me back this up.
And then I got with my husband.
This hoe says let me be quiet. She's married. She says she got saved and then she got with her husband. I want to make sure I get the whole context.
That I was a virgin.
I got saved, and then I got with my husband. So I've only had one sexual partner in this new life of mine.
What does that mean? See, man, that's why y'all got to check these chicks. They be lying to y'all. I've only had one sexual partner in this new life of mine since I got saved, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Ghost. Man, if y'all don't get on out of here with that nonsense, come on, man. You're not going to finesse me. You are not going to finesse me. So you are basically a reformed virgin, and you saying that the only person that you done been with since you got saved and that Jesus paid the price? I don't like y'all. Y'all evil. Y'all are straight up evil. How many people have you had total in your life? Not since the water baptized and the water baptismal. Keep on getting baptized every month and thinking that you saving yourself. That ain't it. Shout out to my dog ABL. I appreciate you, ABL, for showing up and showing love. These chicks is man, they lying. They are literally lying to us in real time. I got saved, and so I got one partner since that time. What does that mean?
That I was a virgin.
I got saved, and then I got with my husband. So I've only had one sexual partner in this new life of mine.
I feel like I paraded my purity around for a really long time, and then I was sexually assaulted, and I was like, God, I guess that doesn't really matter. And so then I just paraded my sexuality around.
How many sexual partners have
Some of y'all got trauma, bro. Some of y'all got straight up trauma, and y'all using this as an excuse to go out here and throw that box around, throw that little stinky box around. And these people, I'm gonna be honest in another front, right? When I'm looking at these people and they saying that their body count is whatever their body count are, when I'm looking at them, they look like weirdos. Like, these don't look like just regular everyday people it seem like that you see walking down the street, or maybe we do. We're not really paying as much attention to what we are or what's happening around us. Oh, you got fruit, you got strawberries, you got pecans, carrots, grapes. You gonna meal prep for daddy one day? Did you just say no? Oh, you said yes. You gonna meal prep for daddy one day? Oh, you so sweet. See you, baby. Good night. You gotta go to school tomorrow? Yeah. These people look like weirdos. Like they looked deformed or something. Like something is wrong with them. Like they're morphing into something. Like it's a demon in them.
Have you had?
Five sexual partners at this point in my life.
Six. Between
100. You look like 100. When somebody got to do like this and they saying between, yo, fam, you got a lot.
6 and 15.
Is it because you don't know exactly?
Girls gotta have some secrets.
More than 7, less than 15.
More than 10 and less than 20.
What are the stereotypes around numbers?
You know, men are studs if they sleep around, the women are sluts.
You got the high numbers, kind of a hoeing around, been around the block a couple times, had a hoe chapter.
Right now I'm like very heartbroken and like I'm in kind of like a hoe era.
I had like a little hoe phase. Have a hoe.
And like I'm in kind of like a...
Did he just say he in the whole era? Yo, any man that I ever see or that I ever hear say that he's in a whole era or he's in a whole phase, you are a part of the alphabet community. Anybody that I hear say that any man that say that he's in his whole era, you might as well make yourself a part of the alphabet community, and that's a fact. This dude is doing like this. Who are you busting down, family? Stop it. Stop it. Wolverine.
Hoe era.
I had like a little hoe phase. Have a hoe phase, like just do it. I definitely had like a bit of a phase, but I've kind of grown out of that phase. I don't think it necessarily reflects who I am as a person. I'd say a lot of it.
How don't a whole phase reflects who you are as a person, but that's literally what you've done to define who you are. How can we have the conversation and say, well, what happened in my past has made me who I am today, but then you turn around and say, but it doesn't define who I am as a person. What the fuck are you talking about, bro?
It was like trying to find love and find acceptance through sexual intimacy.
A lot of it was meaningless. Some of it was coping with heartbreak from someone else.
How many sexual partners have you had?
Maybe 20.
20. How do you feel about that number?
Not proud.
There is some shame
Sassy.
built in. I'm worried about judgment and what other people think of me based on it.
When you hear a higher number, you probably think that this person...
Not the nigga with the Raisin Cane shirt on. Dog, you knew you was coming to this to interview. You knew you was coming to this to be on camera, and you knew that this was a huge platform that you was gonna be on, family. And nigga, you picked, of all the things that you could have picked in your closet, you picked a Raisin Cane shirt. Nigga, your number is 0. Whatever number you say above 1 or above a half is a lie. Any number that you pick above a half is a lie. Facts. That's a fact, though.
has a higher chance of like contracting an STD.
Nobody wants like a used car. I don't think that's the right way to think. I think that's just society.
There are a lot of people that will have high numbers deliberately for sexual empowerment, which I honestly am super supportive of.
I am a slut. I enjoy being sexually open and promiscuous, but I also don't just like jump into things.
How many people have you slept with?
20 and 40, somewhere in the 20 and 40.
Man, y'all weirdos, bro. All of y'all are weirdos out here. I can't relate to y'all. I just look at y'all and I just shake my head, bro. Because first of all, I don't believe that that there's a group of women that's taking it from a nigga that got flowers in his hair. At all. With a flower that got a matching flower shirt and got his sexy specs on, and he took his pocket protector out right before he got on his interview. You're not in any way, shape, or form gonna convince me that it's women that's taking this from you. And so it gotta be a bunch of feminine men. Gotta be. This is the only time that I give permission for women to say they want each other. The only time that I give permission. Did this nigga say 40? Yo, they need to clarify, honestly. They shouldn't just say how many people have you slept with. They should say how many women have you slept with and how many men is busting you down.
Range. I got over 50 and lost count.
The number I stopped counting was probably around 50, and then I just felt like I just did not care to know the number anymore. And if you're my boyfriend watching this, like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
How many sexual partners have you had? What's your body count?
Probably 50.
How do you feel about that number?
Now think about it like this, y'all. If somebody say that they done been with over 50 people, then that also means that if somebody says that they've been with over 50 people, a woman, then that also means that the number is probably A, significantly higher, and then B, that doesn't really capture how many times that you've actually had sex. That's just how many people that you've been with. Come on, man, let's just really put this in perspective. Now we get into the nasty phase. Because I don't believe that all of these people was using protection either. I don't believe that all of these people is using protection. And so it multiplies when you think about all of the partners that your partners had sex with. And it doesn't even capture the amount of people that how many times the amount of people that you had sex with bust you down. Now they say that 1 out of every 3 people is walking around with an STD? Something like that. 1 out of every 3 people or something, 33% that they can measure. Now, if you got a 1 in 3 chance of catching something and you slept with 50 people, so that means that 1 out of every 3 people is a possibility that you slept with, got something. You telling me that these people that done slept with over 50 people, these women that ain't got buzzed down, and you know they ain't not using a rubber. You telling me these people ain't got nothing? Zero? Zilch? Nada? I don't believe it.
I'm okay with that. I'm not willing to just like go home with anyone anymore, which is something I feel like I used to have a
reformed though.
Bit of a problem with.
I used to be very self-conscious about my number when it was low. There's a lot of pressure in society to be the person that's having sex with a lot of people.
Whenever I was younger, I thought like having this higher number like meant something.
Yeah, that nigga got something. I know he got something. Of all the people that I've seen on this platform so far that came on, he the one. This guy right here is the one that definitely got something. He carrying the 2-for-1 package. Watch out, fam.
But yeah, as I grew, I was like, yeah, that's not really for me.
How many sexual partners have you had?
60 to 70 at this point.
You feel good about your number?
There's always room for more, but at this point I'm content.
Somewhere around 70. I also want to put an asterisk that for me, sex is any time I've given or received pleasure using like my genitals with another person.
How many sexual partners have you had?
Define sex.
It depends on how you define it. Most people, like my friends, would define by body count, by like penetration.
In the gay world, I think that you include oral, because sometimes it's the.
Why are all of these people sassy? Okay, listen. I would like for them to redo this video, but only do it with people that are heterosexual, right? I think that we also need to add context and segment this out for people that are heterosexual and the people that are homosexual, all right? And that's just respectfully, because I think that the context matters and it's different. I tend to think that people that are gay are much more promiscuous than people that aren't gay. That's just my theory. I can't prove it. That's just what I believe. That's what I think. I believe, because if you think about it, if you look at some of these people, right, and you go through them and you start to cycle through some of these people, and you say, okay, well, look at him. In most instances, some of these people that are saying, yo, I got 50 partners or whatever, if they was doing it with another, like, with a heterosexual person, like if there was a guy doing it with a girl or whatever, is no fucking way that you can sit there and tell me that that person would have 50 people. But then if he's doing it, but then he's looking crazy or whatever, and then he says, well, you know, I'm gay or whatever, so on and so forth, and he got his chest hairs out and all of that stuff, okay, I can probably believe that, because it seems like people that are of the alphabet community are a lot more promiscuous and a lot more free with their sexuality, if that makes any sense. And so I think that it makes more sense to have context, and that we need to figure out who's homosexual and who's heterosexual, because that would then show you that the barrier to entry is much different from somebody that's actually trying to get with a girl or a chick that then makes herself available to guys. It would add way more context to this conversation. And I just want to say that if you are not subscribed to this channel, my new channel, if you are not hitting a like for the algorithm, if you have not subscribed, if you have not hit the notification bell to make sure you know when we go live, you are really missing out, because Thursday nights is after hours. Shout out to your car in the chat.
The only thing we can do.
I'd say it's not sex unless
something's going in a hole.
Like PIV.
I've had sexual experiences with a number of people. It's not just a penis going in something.
Sex to me is oral sex, and also like digits. Like if you know, you penetrate with fingers, I feel like that's sex.
How many sexual partners have you had?
Sassy.
I'm gonna say at least 100, and that includes like oral, anal, like maybe over 150.
Is it sex?
That's some wild shit, bro. That's wild. Over 150 people, and you got a pink mohawk. Yo, people that are in the alphabet community be fucking. For real, for real. Shout out to my girl, R Streets. People that are in the alphabet community be fucking. God, NK said, when you started the live, you had 16K, and now, AD, you got 20,000 subs. No, 14. We had 14,000 when we started it. Now we had a month, literally 1 month later, we had 20. So we'll grow it. We'll get there. We working. We making sure we take care of business. People that are in the alphabet community, in my opinion, it seems like they fucking. I would be scared, bro.
And that includes like oral, anal, like maybe over 150.
Is it sex if the penis is in you, but like it's not hard?
What?
If you put a spoonful of ice cream in your mouth and then you take it out, but you don't eat it? Then did you really have ice cream?
Jesus Christ, somebody help me, Lord, have mercy. What the fuck is she talking about? So y'all taking a flaccid D? Or you letting them busting in your mouth, but you just spitting it out, and so you don't think that you actually... Come on, man. What the fuck y'all talking about, bro?
What's your body count?
You know what? At this point, the limit does not exist.
Hey, my name is Caitlin. I'm a producer at Cut.
He said, Hold on. Did he just hit us with the
Your mouth. Hard. Is it sex if the penis is in you, but like it's not hard? What if you put a spoonful of ice cream in your mouth and then you take it out, but you don't eat it? Then did you?
All right, I'm done with these people, man. These people is... Look. We in a different phase. We in 2024. It's different nowadays, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, the standards has went the fuck out the window. And so we're no longer having any standards when it comes to the things that we hold near and dear to our heart.